Ladies and gentlemen, what a wild week. Well, we knew ahead of time it was going to be crazy, and it has been nuts. And I survived, and you survived. So that is good news. And the sun continues to wake up. Right now we have 3 sunspots, including new sunspot AR2839. Tropical storm Elsa is moving over Florida, looking a bit ragged as she heads... No, I'm sorry, she's moving over Cuba, heading towards the Florida. And yeah, she's looking like she's been rode hard and put up wet. And we've got more severe weather to look out for across the northern Great Plains to the southern High Plains and across the Great Lakes and portions of Montana and southern Florida, with isolated severe storms possible, and I would guess hail and tornadoes possible in that area. Plus, I'm in THORnews fundraiser for July overtime with only $292 left to raise because you guys are so tremendously awesome. If you'd like to contribute, it would be greatly appreciated because the last 6 weeks have literally knocked me out. And look, I would guess, the rest of the year will probably be challenging as well. But I remain an eternal optimist because I was raised right and I'm a little crazy. But I imagine we're all a little crazy these days. So yeah, you got heavy flooding coming into Florida. The monsoon rains are going to bring problems to parts of New Mexico and Texas, maybe even Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, parts of Georgia. Plus, I'm not going to forget up here. Yeah, that looks like problems. We got more flooding as Jupiter and Neptune remain in Pisces, although Jupiter's now retrograding backwards into Aquarius, but it won't get there until July 28th. Another interesting thing to watch out for, tomorrow, Venus will be at opposition with Saturn, and so my super high red alert doesn't really end until the 10th, and I know that when Mars was opposed Saturn, I got punched in the face. Mars can be unhappy sometimes, I guess. Hopefully Venus will be nicer. Maybe she can kiss my wounds? I don't know, we'll have to see. Billy, you let me know how your tomorrow goes. And if I had to guess, I think we will see our next tropical storm or hurricane 14 days to 17 days from now. Although we will be on the lookout for anything that pops up sooner because, the summer has been wild. Here, we're looking at mixed precipitation over the next 48 hours. You can see a lot of areas getting heavy rain, and the red signifies where you may be getting some dangerous weather. The Caspian Sea fire from yesterday is being confirmed as an actual mud volcano eruption. Although if it erupts fire and lava, is it really a mud volcano? But apparently that volcano had erupted in 1920 and also in 1945. And we've been having a volcano advent calendar every single month in 2021 where a new volcano erupts. And so we've already hit our target with this volcano. And so with a giant heat wave coming to the West Coast, will we see volcanic activity along the West Coast of the United States of America this year? Definitely possible. I would say definitely possible. And just try to be prepared for a little bit of everything. That's what Asteroid Fight Club is all about. The Iceland volcano is still doing very impressive and active things. Remember, we've been anticipating an uptick in volcano activity due to all the gas giants on the same side of the sun, including Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. And that will continue probably through 2025. The sun has been really putting on a show the last few days, although it's calmed down a little. We had our first X-class flare off what used to be AR2582. I don't know. I forgot the numbers, man. And so we'll continue to watch as we're still like 4 years away from solar maximum. So that's exciting news because the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, people kind of lose their mind, and empires fall during a solar minimum and then rise during a solar maximum. So there is reason to maintain hope and optimism amongst all the crazy crap. Plus, I did say that up to the 10th of this month, it would seem very bleak and end of the worldy. And it definitely has felt kind of bleak and end of the worldy. The Taal volcano in Luzon Islands in the Philippines has been getting in on the action with highest SO2 emissions level ever recorded yesterday. And happy Aphelion Day. In 12 hours, the Earth will be the furthest from the sun in 2021. Although that was 7 hours ago, so it's now only 5 hours, if my math is correct. Mundo. Scotland was also getting in on the flooding action yesterday, as we've seen a lot of places flooding since Jupiter entered Pisces with the Neptune. Can you shoot fireworks into a sinkhole? Maybe. It's probably not the best of ideas. Also, Chairman Bernanke making a guest THORnews Astrophy Club appearance, letting us know the fire has literally broken out in the ocean in Okun Aja on the beach of Lagos State, Nigeria. Although this was from May 26th, I thought this should be included in the trifecta of, fire and magma and lava shooting out of the ocean. Although I guess if it shoots out of the ocean, then it's not magma, it's lava or fire, whatever. You can come up with your own terms at home. I don't know, man. We live in the most interesting and exciting times. And remember, interesting and exciting don't necessarily have a good or negative connotation. I guess it's all about perspective. But yeah, the sun has been super duper active since July 3rd. C-class flare, C-class flare, M-class flare, C-class flare, X-class flare, M-class flare, C-class, C-class, M-class, C-class, C-class. So, I think this was also an explosion in the Black Sea. Ahem posted it. On the same day as the Gulf Eye of Fire at the Pemex site, there was an explosion on the Black Sea at Romania Petromidila refinery. So yeah, it's definitely super duper weird. It's like smoke them if you got them. It's always cuddle weather. And it's a good time to be praying for peace, love, and better days ahead of all of us. And oil continues its winning streak since about 2001. I'm going to do the best with what I have in the place that I got. That's kind of how I do it. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but I know that I'm going to do my best. You had heavy rain not associated with Elsa, which led to flooding in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday. You never know how deep street flooding could be until you're in it. So always remember to turn around, don't drown. Unless you think, as the government trying to control your life, then to express your freedom, if you really want to, go ahead and drive in something that looks like a lake. I don't know, man. I was just always told by my stepdad, that if the water gets up to your car engine, you can break your whole car. Cars are expensive. Speaking of that, I'm a little late on the $100 car payment I have to send to my mom and Cecil. So dang, I hope my fundraiser makes it. But I have faith. You guys treat me really, 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 really well, and I'm really, 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 really grateful for that. But here we can see, you see the monsoonal moisture pop out. Watch how that all lights up. Look at that. It's coming in pulses. We're at the pulse stage of the moisture. And then Elsa's coming up, and then you got the moisture moving in for some probably intense weather later tonight. Florida is getting it from both sides today. Old front for the panhandle, dumping big rains, and the beginning of Elsa already this AM coming up from the south. Heavy line could surprise many later, heading up towards I-4. Watch the radar. Estimated radar here through midnight tonight. It's brought to us by Mike's weather page. So yeah, a lot of eyes will be on Florida, but there's wacky weather happening in a lot of areas, yo. But remember, God said the rainbow is always a sign of the covenant between man and God. So I keep the faith. I pretty much live by faith, and I feel like I'm doing okay so far. And it's my time to go when it's my time to go, and so I'm going to enjoy life as much as I can until then. Here we see, I think this is in Nepal, brought to us by the Watchers, and Sergio Almayinzan. Major flooding in Nepal. More crazy UFOs somewhere on Earth. First observation of elusive auroras on Mars. But I didn't think Mars had auroras because it was a dead planet. And you need to have an active core to have auroras. But who knows? There's so much about our solar system and even our own planet we don't know, bro. But hey, stay cool, Ontario, and everybody else. Heat warnings are in place across the province with a brief surge of hot and humid conditions fueling the risk for severe thunderstorms through Tuesday. Remember, the West Coast again, including USA, will be getting a major heat wave around the 11th, 6 days away. I don't know. This triggered everybody. And I don't know. Everybody loves to hate everybody. I don't know. I'm just saying, I thought this was silly and kind of fun. People could be like, Mark Zuckerberg's totally evil. And I'm like, okay, fine. But like, this video is still kind of silly, kind of fun. And it just blows my mind how everybody gets triggered all the time. I mean, you gotta remember, I'm not even really mad at the people who are hacking my shit, stealing from me, and trying to kill me. I don't know. I just don't really like hitting people or being angry. You know? Oh, if you punch me in the face and you're standing in front of me, there's a chance I'll punch you back. So, but I try to stay cool when possible. Although I do have a habit of talking shit sometimes. But that never killed nobody. I never hurt nobody. Well, I guess hurting some people's feelings. Happy birthday to Bill Watterson, the man who started it all and gave life to a little boy and his tiger. I love Calvin Hobbes, dude. Calvin Hobbes are awesome. The Delta variant of the coronavirus is a problem, especially in Russia and Indonesia, and it's probably going to be a big problem in the United States at some point. But I know that everybody's triggered and tired of that, so I just mentioned it in passing. But yeah, we're still hyper tracking Elsa. But like I said, I consider Floridans an extra kind of tropical storm toughness. But, you know, we don't want to lose anybody for this storm. But the stereotypes always say there's going to be some Florida man who's going to do something dumb. He's going to be like trying to have sex with an alligator as the waves come in. I don't know. Tried to make a joke. It probably failed. It's illegal to have sex with alligators. And it's also probably dangerous. Unless you Bill Cosby him, give him drugs. Oh no! That joke was totally inappropriate. Oh, sorry. All right. So, you know, since I've been your planetary defense commander for over 7 years, it really has been like, this is a metaphor for Democrats and Republicans. Just while everything is kind of falling apart, you know, they're finding a reason to just blame everything on each other and really ruin whatever chance we have to, quote unquote, make life a party. And so, like, we've seen a lot of good things stripped from us, you know, whether it be like the space shuttle and rock and roll, and now like concerts and big gatherings. And you know, we've seen the stock markets go up. We've seen the money printing, crypto and fiat go up. And I don't know, man, we're going to need miracles and divine intervention before we knock ourselves the F out. I'm going to do the best I can because that's all I can do, you know? And so I want you to have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. And I greatly appreciate y'all. And hey, yeah, if you would love to contribute to THORnews, I try to do a great job. And it's pretty much a full-time job. Like, this is all I do. And bringing you guys serious news all day is not always the funnest. Anywho, you can make a contribution. I got a PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, a Patron, and only $292 left to go. We are almost there. And then I ain't got to talk about it for 3 weeks. Okay, great. But I would like to say thank you very much to everybody out there. You guys are absolutely and utterly incredible. You know, I think the counter news sources on YouTube are paid by ExxonMobil. I do not have that luxury. Because I'm independent. I represent the people, the animals, and the planet. Okay. I'd like to say thank you again to Astro Fight Club, to Susan, to Dave, to Timothy, to George, to Andrea, to Charles, to Mr. Fun, to the Texas Angel, to Jennifer, to Robert, to Richard, to Barbara, to Arnica, to Dustin, to Andrea, to Alexis, Lauren, Richard, Scott, Glenda, Lightsoul, Dan, Marlita, Daryl, Brian, Ann, KJ, Max, Catherine, Gregory, Wizard of Oz, Charlotte, Matthew, Robert, Carolyn, and Loretta. You guys are fantastic, and just reading that list inspires me, and it just makes me feel appreciated, and that's why I work so hard and take so many chances and risks to bring you guys information that I think helps. I know a lot of celebrities watch my channel. Why they never contribute, I don't know. I have theories, but whatever. As long as I got the basics, I'm a happy man. I'm a simple man. Yep, you're ready for a hot, crazy summer. One crazy summer, 2021. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all in the near future. Stay cool. Play defense. Keep a sense of humor. God bless everyone. You guys are great.